Now I'd like to introduce our final speaker, Manwar Khan, who will speak a bit about how we can start to put some of this into action. Manwar Khan became a voice for bystander action after witnessing a violent attack on an LRT train and realizing that bystanders' action or inaction can mean the difference between life or death. In response, he created Don't Be a Bystander, a movement to get people to speak up and intervene when they see someone being targeted. In 2015, Manwar was recognized with the Governor General's Caring Canadian Award. Manwar?
Thank you, everyone. First, I would like to thank everyone for coming out here at this rally. The first thing I would say, how I define hate crime. This is what I wrote. As a violent act against any human being because of their race, religion, sexual preference, or any other form of indifferences. It can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. Unfortunately, hate crimes are significantly underreported. Yes, especially when it's marginalized or fearful communities. Victims may face language barrier and lack knowledge about the law. They may skeptical of the response of the criminal justice system and the courthouse. Maybe they don't want to put risk their temporary resident status. That's why they don't come forward. And these incidents of hate are not just becoming more frequent. They are also becoming public. And thanks to the cell phone cameras, because those videos have captured harassment in everyday venues ranging from, I would say, grocery store to the airplane. What should we do when we come across someone is being victimized? The first thing you should think about whether or not it is safe to intervene. I would never tell anyone to go and physically intervene that. There are all different ways to intervene. So if you think it is safe to intervene, then you should do that, because you don't want to taking a stand that tells that you don't want to normalize this kind of behavior. This is not acceptable. You're supporting the victim. It's not only you're supporting the victim, plus also you are making a statement that this is not an acceptable behavior. Well, first, I would say making eye contact with the person who is being harassed, and then publicly showing the support. But do not acknowledge the harasser. Bystanders must speak up. Intervention doesn't have to be hands-on, as I mentioned. Calling the authorities, calling 911, taking videotapes, yelling at the assailant, trying to mobilize people. All those are perfect ways to take a stand, to intervene. The most interesting thing here, harasser, the way they think, they often assume that others agree with them or they don't care about this victim. So when you take a stand, if you can take a stand, you are really making a big difference. In conclusion, I want to say, Canada is diverse. Canada doesn't discriminate. Canada doesn't know how to hate. If this is not true, then 17 years ago, I wouldn't be able to come to this country and create my new home here. That wouldn't be possible. That's what we, as Canadian, have in our hearts and in our souls. All we need to nurture it, take it to the one step further and eliminate any hope and discrimination we have in our heart. Thank you everyone for coming. Thanks for organizing this time.